Hi guys, Kaze here. Welcome back. We're back with Office Hours with Mr. Saijo Sadayoshi. Sadayoshi Saijo. Yeah, one of those. Anyway, we're back with our guy. We're gonna see how things went after our tense confession and now how we are truly lovers. Despite, oh, we're not lovers. No, that's bad. And it became lovers. So, let's see how well that went. And get going. Chapter 5. A realization and tears. A few days later, the new sample had been completed. Once I heard Mr. Saijo had received it, I skipped lunch and went to see him. Mr. Saijo, is it really here? You ran here? It's not going anywhere, you know. I just wanted to see it so badly. He saw the concern on my face and smiled, disappeared. Yeah, it would be good if it turned out the way we ordered it. You haven't looked at it yet? It just arrived, so no, and he looked around to make sure no one was listening and then brought his face closer to me. I want to open it with you. Thanks. He put his arm around my waist, and I quickly grabbed it and pushed it back at him. Not a word. There's still a rumor about us, right? What would you do if you actually got in trouble for it? I don't care what happens to me as long as I'm with you. No, I won't let that happen. I saw his hand try to sneak around my waist, so I shoved it away. If he only knew how hard it was for me to resist him, maybe he wouldn't do it. Just the smell of his cologne was enough to make me dizzy. Mr. Saijo! What? Speaking in a quiet voice, he scooted closer to me to hear better. If anyone saw us, it might spell trouble, so I whispered to him as quick as possible. Let's keep this kind of behavior outside of work. He looks so shocked. Like, right? Oh, goodness. I pulled backwards so it looked like we were talking normally. When I looked, he was blushing. I don't know if I can wait that long. Cut it out. I gave him a naughty look that made my heart skip a beat. Because he was so kind and gentle all the time, he never made faces like this. My body was reacting in the sort of way that would get me in trouble. That's right. I came here to see the sample. I almost forgot what I came here for. He pursed his lips in just his pointed face and finally started to open the package. I nervously swallowed a lump in my throat and watched closely. Mr. Saijo carefully inspected the sample. How is it? The expression was hard to read, but it didn't look good. What? Was it another failure? Would we have to start all over again? I felt the blood rush on my face, but just then he smiled at me. No, it's fine. No problems. It's just what we asked. Really? Yeah, take a look. It's made all the ingredients we asked for. It looks good. I snatched it up to look at it and applied some on the back of my hand. Yeah. Exactly how I wanted. The texture looked really nice on the skin. Thank goodness, it's wonderful. I'd been so worried that it would come back all messed up and was relieved to see it happen. Glad to hear that. I'm happy to see her work finally paid off. Thank you, though. I couldn't have made this without everyone's help. Together we left their office to visit the CEO and tell him the sample had arrived safely. I'm so nervous. Just relax. It turned out good. Besides, I'm here with you. He gave me a quick hug around the shoulder. His warmth against me helped me relax, but we were right in front of the CEO's office. To make him stop. Do nothing. So naughty, aren't you? Well, just never mind. Thanks, I feel a little more confident now. Good. I was worried it would just make you angry. He shyly smiled, bringing a smile to my face, too. I could do this. The sample was good, and I was proud of it. I had all the confidence I needed. Excuse me. The door to Mr. Otori's office swung open. I took a deep breath and followed Mr. Saijo into the office. This was going to go just fine. I had to believe in our work. The CEO was pleased to know the sample had been received. I was correct this time. I was so excited over the sample, I kept working well into the night. When I went to work early the next morning, only Mr. Saijo had arrived before me. Good morning. Are you okay working early? I've been here so late. Good morning. Don't worry, I'm doing great. It feels like I've got so much energy. You must be hiding all that energy somewhere in your body I haven't got to yet. Maybe. Hearing insinuated reminded me of the time in the meeting room. Is it okay if I touch you? I had to hold back yesterday and I wanted to so bad. Um, his charming face came closer, close enough to smell his cologne. Uh, his smell, face, and seductive words overloaded my emotions. My body froze up. You know, I've got to leave my scent on you to show those insects that you're mine. He pulled me close and stole a kiss. My mind felt like it was melting with ecstasy. My legs felt like they would crumble, so I clung onto him with all my strength. Mr. Saijo! I pulled my lips away and glared at him, but he only smiled back at me. That was delicious. Shall we get to work now? People will be coming soon. He walked away with a smile. I watched him go and let out a huge sigh. I can't do this so early in the morning. My body can't take it. With my palms on my flushed cheeks to cool them off, I headed towards my desk. Time for work. Huh? Some documents I had been working on late last night were missing from the drawer. Where did I put them? I was certain I put them in the drawer, but no matter where I looked, I couldn't find them. No one threw them out, right? I frantically searched the garbage can next to my desk, but there weren't in there either. Why? Even Dead I said my computer was gone. Wait, you too? Don't tell me you're missing your data and files too. He slowly nodded his head at me. I started to feel dizzy as blood rushed out of my head. And this is why we make backups on external hard drives that you take with you. Though that might, then again, they might think that's you stealing company secrets, so I don't know, maybe not. We're so screwed. That's all the damage that we are aware of. Not only had our first sample gone bad, but now some of our important files are missing. We reported what had happened to Mr. Otori, who was speaking with Mr. Kaido with grave expression. So you believe the culprit who leaked the email is the same person who did this? I do. Do you have any idea who it might be? Well, why would you ask that? Because it's written all over your face. Will you tell me? Alright. Otori was being polite, but there was no mistake he wouldn't take no for an answer. Was Mr. Saijo actually going to tell him about Meraki? When he told me about it, it looked so painful for him. The only thing I could do for him now was squeeze his hand. Squeeze his hand, not in front of the CEO. Well, we're having a very stressful moment. I think it's fine. I squeezed his hand and looked at his face. Thanks. He looked at me in surprise and saw through my eyes that this was all I could do for him. This might be tough for him, but I would be by his side. I'll talk. The previous incidents of the email and the altered files were all done with hacking. The way it was carried out leads me to suspect a single person who may have done it, but I cannot yet prove it as I have no evidence. Hacking, yes, indeed. Sakiko, you were the main victim here. Do you have any clues? Huh? I hadn't expected to be part of the conversation, so it surprised me. Is there anything you can tell us? Even the slightest thing would help. I searched my memory for anything that might be of help. I remember one time a strange icon appeared on my computer. It went right away, so I didn't even think about it, though. Everyone was looking at me funny. Had I said something stupid? I'm sorry, that's the only thing I can remember. When was this? When I told him the day he sighed. That lines up perfectly to when Meraki arrived. It couldn't have been a coincidence. All signs point at Meraki being the culprit. Can we look at his computer? He's out doing research today, so yes, I'll show you where it is. Thank you. I was still confused, but that didn't stop the two of them making their exit. What? Wait, excuse me, Mr. Otori, I'm going with them. Please tell me what you find later. Alright. If you ever get tired of Saijo, come see me. Huh? I'm not trying to play games with you. I just want you to know the option is there. Okay. Okay. Just in case, you know? At least his sexual harassment has died down a bit, at least. Jeez. What on earth was he talking about? He already know about us? He must have. I had to be more careful from now on. That was surely a warning. My carelessness could spell the end for us and everything. I finally caught up to him in the office where they were looking at a laptop. It had to be Maraki's computer. Did you find anything? Everything we need. Mr. Saijo, what does that mean? It's just like he said. Everything we need to prove the hacking was done from this computer. Really? That icon appeared on your computer because that day he hacked into it. So, there you go. Mr. Saijo slumped his shoulders. I'm sure he didn't want Maraki to be guilty. Mr. Kaido patted him on the shoulder and walked away. I couldn't leave him alone like that. I sat next to him, his eyes still staring at the screen in disbelief. For the longest time, I just sat there and watched him. I took everything I had to stop myself from hugging him. I'll be at your side as long as you need me. At the least, I tried to offer him some comforting words. Once work was over, I left the office together with Mr. Saijo. His expression was grim, nothing like his usual self, as if a shadow hung over him. Sorry for being so gloomy. I shouldn't be acting like this around you. No need to be sorry. I like that you can be honest with me. I thought his sad face looked cute, but I couldn't tell him that. I hadn't told you about Maraki yet. I should. You don't have to. If it's painful for you, I don't want to hear it. No, I want you to. Oh, trying to stop him. He wants to, so let the man speak, right? Okay. I remained silent and nodded. I think he just wanted to talk about it with someone. With a faint smile running on his lips, he nudged closer to me. Maraki worked with me at the Osaka branch. That much you already know. Yes. We were a team. We went off to do sales together. He was like you and me. We got along great and made excellent partners. Okay. But just before I got transferred to here, it got a bit rocky between us. We were told to go together and get a contract from a huge company. But he went ahead and did it himself. He was ambitious like that. The problem was I found a mistake in one of the documents he had. I didn't want him to feel bad, so I didn't say anything and went to apologize on his behalf. He said that his mistake wasn't solely his, but mine as well, since we were a team. Instead of getting mad at me, the company was impressed. His face looked so pitiful I wanted him to stop. Still, I had to listen to the very end. Instead of saying anything, I simply nodded, prodding him to carry on. So their impression of me got better, and Maraki's worse, and word of it went to the top. So our relationship took a bad turn, and right in the middle of it, I got transferred. He was never afraid to get ahead by, well, savory means. That's why when he came here and the trouble started, I suspected him immediately. I knew full well that he's the one messing with us. I can't prove it, but I know it's true. I wanted that proof before I spoke up, even though you were at risk. Damn it! He buried his face into my chest, saying this thing over and over. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I heard the pain in his voice was enough to tell how regretful he had been. Mr. Saijo held on to me tightly. I pulled him in and cradled his body, wrapping my arms around him. With him in my arms and the moonlight shining upon us, I wished this moment would never end. I shouldn't be so soft. To protect you, I have to be more cruel. If anyone tries to hurt you, getting rid of them is my duty, and yet you're thinking far too much about this. No. He lifted his head up and abruptly spoke in a commanding voice. I just realized the wrong. It's not I. He lifted my chin. I told you already. You are mine. I won't let anyone else touch you. Got it? I regret letting it get so far. Even if I used to be with him, he needs to be taught a lesson. Mr. Saijo, wait. I hesitated to deal with him, and that weakness came back to hurt you again. Talking to you about him helped me realize that I can't wait any longer. I'll do something about him, so until I do, try to bear with it. Okay, then let's go. Though I don't really want to move off your breasts. Breasts? They're nice and soft. They make a nice pillow. Cut it out. Why are you getting all embarrassed? It's nothing I haven't seen before. He pulled my hand and began walking together, both with blushed cheeks. However, I couldn't stop worrying. Whenever he said anything scary or shocking, he always made the same face. Just looking at his now, I could tell something unpleasant was about to happen. When you said you were going to deal with him, what do you mean by that? I nervously asked, but he just responded with a laugh and a kiss on my cheek. You don't have to worry about any of it. He looked into my eyes, lulling me into captivation with his stare. His eyes are closed, he's not staring. Oh, there we go. Don't even think about it. I'll make things right for you, I promise. I'll do anything for you. Just for you. A few days later, there was a meeting with all team members present. So, as far as the lipstick project goes, only the ingredients have been decided, yes? Yes, sorry about that. Sorry. The other day, we informed Mr. Otori about the hacking incident from Maraki's PC. The culprit was the same as the email leak and the sample request from the tampering. However, Mr. Saijo begged him not to let anyone else know who had done it just yet. There was one thing he wanted to do before that. Our decision to wait was made after Saijo and I had talked about it together. I've heard that the ingredients were ordered incorrectly because you were hacked. However, whoever did it had no clear incentive. It sounds like you two were just careless. If I may, Mr. Hyoga. No, it's fine. You're right. I am truly sorry, Mr. Hyoga. It's my fault. Well now, since Mr. Otori knew the truth, he was in a little pickle. Don't say anything. I'm just going to apologize. I'm very sorry. It's my fault we fell behind as well. No, the fault is mine here. I'm part of the team as well, so the responsibility is shared. Let's just focus on moving forward. I can lend you a hand. I'll be done with the tube design soon. Me too. I'm making good progress, so I'll be free in no time. Guys, thank you. When I looked at Mr. Kaido, I could see his fist clenched at his side. I would like to help as well. Kaido? Well then, it looks like we won't be in problems going forward. Agreed. You worry me. However, it won't be a problem as long as you finish by the deadline. Don't let everyone's help go to waste. You have until the next meeting. Thank you. Mr. Saijo bowed deeply as I watched on. Seeing him try so hard filled me with new resolve. So for many days straight, I worked tirelessly and stayed after hours every day, not to prove something to anyone, but to save the face of Mr. Saijo, who tried so hard, so that all his work was worth something. Yet again, I was so involved in my work that time had flown by. It was 11 at night. I noticed Mr. Saijo was still at his desk too, getting ready to head home for the day. We had been so busy lately that we hadn't talked much. Feeling a little lonely and sad about it, I slowly walked towards him. Are you done for today? If you like, we could... Before you leave, I can look it over for you. Huh? Oh, okay, I'll go get it. Here, thanks. Sure, looks good. Great, now we... Good night. Good night. The next day. Mr. Saijo, can I see the original of this? Sure, let me get it. Here. Thanks. Hey, for dinner, do you... Alright, I gotta go somewhere. Bye. Okay. Damn, I'm being shut down, aren't I? Some days later. Mr. Saijo, do you have a moment? What is it? It's something personal. Sorry, I don't have time for that. Anything about work? No. And I'm heading home. Good night. He left, leaving me alone as the last person in the office. What is going on? I couldn't keep going on like this. Why was he avoiding me? Had I done something wrong? Was it because I was always busy working and didn't talk to him, or was I just a nuisance? My vision became blurry as tears started to form. With no one around, it would be okay to cry. You're still here? Mr. Kaido. I had the handkerchief where I pulled out to cry with, but it wasn't enough. He had seen me, so I wiped my tears and hung my head low. Are you working late too? I asked in the happiest voice I could muster, and Mr. Kaido stepped towards me and put his hand out. His arm wrapped around me and pulled me into a hug. Oh, Okay. Hi. I wasn't sure what he was doing, so I stayed still in a daze. What was he planning to do? I'll help you forget your troubles. Come with me. What? I... I've been waiting for a chance like this. You... what? For Saijo to let you go long enough to tell you, but I love you. It just came out of left field. What in the world? Uh... You always got in my way, but now I can claim you for myself. He grabbed my arm and pulled me out of the office. Where are we going? Mr. Kaido! Just be quiet and walk. Forcing me to come with him towards the entrance, he marched onwards. Freaked out him. Mr. Kaido, please tell me what's going on. He didn't seem like the person to do this for no reason. There must be something else at play here. We'll talk outside. Follow me. He let me go, but started walking towards the exit. Outside? Why outside? Why did he just confess to me out of nowhere? I had to know what was going on. Mr. Kaido, you need to tell me what... Follow me. We can't talk here. Wait! I don't believe you. Why would you say something like that all of a sudden? He pressed on forward, briskly walking towards the streets and ignoring my questions. After walking for some time, he finally stopped. Here? You're in front of a hotel. I'll tell you inside. I'm going home. Goodbye. He tightly latched onto my arm. Oh, dear goodness. If you can't tell me here, but I don't want to hear it. Really? Even if it's about Mr. Saijo. My heart skipped a beat. What do you know about Mr. Saijo? They got along together well, so he might know why Mr. Saijo was acting strange recently. I bit my lip in worry. Fine. With a faint smile, he led me towards the hotel, his arm around me. What's going on? I'm so confused. I don't know what to think. Let me know what you guys think about what just happened. And I'm so confused. And let's see if we can hit 10 likes on this video. It'd be great if we can. And leave me comments in the comments section below. And I'll see you guys later. Bye. Gotta say out.